have a log that shows how many times you won and all your exact winnings, and then all your like you literally got to itemize your night.
Oh my god!
Good evening.
At that point, it's a job.
Yeah, that does not sound like a fun way to spend time in Vegas.
Yeah.
How was your week, Phoebe?
I totally didn't lose track of time because I'm not used to it not being dark out yet. I was like, wow, the sun's still. I've got it's 9 o'clock.
Well, don't you worry. You'll have a whole Memorial Day weekend to enjoy.
Work.
What?
Yeah, I
What?
have food service. I have to work.
Oh,
People come to my place for they don't want to cook outside.
I am
Alright,
also
still
essential
time to sign up for
services.
games for PaizoCon.
Oh, nice. What are
I
you
forgot
gonna
to
play?
take off time for PaizoCon, so I'm sad.
Aw.
Aw. I'm not playing anything, but I am running the Pathfinder special. Yeah, Pathfinder special because the Starfinder special is still 1E. But most of the time, I work with the steering committee,
Mhm.
making sure that games like run properly and on time, and if your GM doesn't show up or you don't get enough players, that you
So-
get a spot in some other table.
Okay. So are you also part of that committee that's doing that new thing where that if you make a last minute purchase, you can get the extra healing or that extra save against death and whatnot that I read on the blog? Or is that something new that's going to be coming out for the newer Society plays?
I have no idea about it. Any of that.
I will link you to it by the end of the game. Don't you worry.
Sounds
Okay.
like communism. Wait, what?
I mean, Society Play has all kinds of obscure boons and stuff that you can
Yeah,
get
they
from
do.
like purchasing things or like having like the Wayfinder compasses that I'm gonna feel really bad for not knowing their name off the top of my head because I interviewed them for a
They're free
podcast
rocks.
episode.
I was like, I like Wayfinders because you get free rocks.
Yeah. I'll find out their name and give them a shout out before the end of the stream. But if you had bought one of those Wayfinders and you brought them into a Society Play game, you get like a boon for that. And there's boons for like wearing t-shirts.
Oh,
to
Can't believe
Society
they add
games.
microtransactions to my Society Play.
yeah, that was the whole thing about this the blog I read on what was it, like adventurer rewards and stuff like that. I'll find it eventually.
I feel like if it's a physical thing, then it's not as bad.
Yeah. If
I
you like
going
buy
to a
some
local
dice,
game store. Ew.
if you buy like
There's
like a
people
pack
there.
of dice, but the people
Yeah.
are part of the fun.
No,
Yeah,
they're not. I used to work at a game store. That shit sucks, bro. Society and eventually shit was the worst.
But
I would have thought it'd be magic.
did
The
they
amount of
smell?
crust. I would say the amount of crust,
Oh,
the amount of sadness and hate, the amount of self-loathing.
Dude, when I was going to like Commander Night Magic, someone was like, "Can I see that card?" I was like, "Dude, you can look, don't touch." Like,
It's just because, like, out in my experience at my local FLGS type beat, any Adventures League stuff and like the one Society fucking game they had was like, I feel like I understand why these people play on Society because they are not stable
can't
enough
get
to
into
have
the
their
other
own group of
Oh
their
my-
own.
my God.
Oh, that's oof.
the thing is the one time I tried Society, I'm like, holy shit, everyone is literally talking over each other. They're all trying to do things. It was like
Because
we're like, I'm gonna stealth over here, and the GM's like, no, you can't, and he's like, I already rolled. Starts moving his character. It's like, what?
My God.
Yeah, that
I do assure you, individual experiences do not account for the whole. I ran Society locally, and that's how I got my local game group. And we've been playing for a solid like 3 or 4 years now.
Oh, neat, neat. Well,
Anyway, the people who made the Wayfinder is Type 40, not sponsored by them or anything, but it truly is like a very beautiful functioning compass, but makes you feel like you're holding a little piece of Galarian.
I really debated if I wanted to buy one of those or not because they're like money, and I'm like, when the fuck am I ever gonna use a compass?
When you
And
need
so I
one.
decided not to because I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna use? I have a phone.
I mean, like, it's nice just to have like gadgety things. Like, you truly can fiddle with it, you know. Like,
Yeah, it's really shiny and pretty, but I'm like, fuck, it's gonna
Mhm.
sit on my mantle next to my 58 Pathfinder hero point tokens I accidentally bought.
oh no, those are like, aren't those like $40 or $60 each?
No, they were cheap. It was on sale, and I accidentally clicked 10 instead of 2. And they come in like packs of 6 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I have too many hero point tokens in my house.
God.
And you'll never use them because you're just waiting for that one reroll.
Nah, man, I feel like half of the games, every other game is either anytime they roll anything that's not a success, they're like, I'm rerolling that right now. Or the ones are like, never. You never know when a surprise boss fight will come out. And I'm like, I'll tell you right now, there is not one. They'll be like, no, you are tricking me.
And they just hold on to it. Like,
Well,
I don't know about you guys, but my players use up their hero points like right quick. They
Yeah.
never let those things go to waste.
I
Mine too.
bait people. I just say they like do this roll, and I'm like, I mean, you do have a hero point. Oh, I do. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
and you only missed the DC by 3, and you make it on if you roll a 6 or higher. Okay, and then they roll it, and then they can look at
Get a 1.
yeah, or a 1, and I'm like, and it's worse.
Quade
I
is like,
fucking I started playing Mythic for my home campaign, like with my homies. We were like, let's try Mythic, and we did not ever realize the fact that like, fuck, dude, the one big problem we have with Mythic is that we can't reroll attack rolls with Mythic points. You can reroll anything
Right.
else that's not an attack roll. So we're sitting there being like, we use our hero points for 98% attack rolls. So what the fuck do we do now? Take the L? Ugh, I don't feel heroic or godlike at all.
well, I got news for you tonight. It's to your advantage to save the hero point past the boss battle. I'll be nice about it. I'll say that in advance.
Oh man.
And I spend it as soon as I possibly can.
Oh my god.
If I get a
Well.
19, I'll be like, no, I need that 20.
You're in luck. I have a thing that functions almost kind of like hero points. Sort of.
Okay.
So, children, what brought you to this ancient evil and this galaxy-ending event? Tell me earnestly, why did Zeomon deserve to die? What led you down this path of destruction and, contentment?
Alcoholism.
Mostly
Okay.
alcoholism. She's not dead. She's
Yeah.
a
She's
lovely
rock.
lawn
We can pick her
ornament.
up later, if we remember. If
Yeah.
he's not drunk enough to forget.
I mean, we came to like watch some things,
Mm-hmm.
watch some people talk, and they talked, and it seemed okay. And then we went down hunting, but there was a real bad thing. And then we beat it, but then someone died. And then we started to get shot up by a bunch of spaceships.
Yeah.
And then we were like, hey, stop it. And they're like, no. So we had to find cover. And then it took forever to actually like get up there. And now that we're up there, there's this guy who's like, I did the whole thing. And I don't like that. So he's going to die.
Okay. You think you have what it takes to destroy this cosmic being of pure chaos?
I mean,
Of course I
here's the
do.
thing. We're either going to succeed or it's not going to be our problem anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no one's problem, right?
Right, it's not going to be anyone's problem because there's not going to be a galaxy left.
I can take a
So
nap at this point.
it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I can call upon the spirits of, I don't know, fucking battle, fire, and vault. I think I'm on even footing.
Do you think if you like died, you could call upon yourself?
What
I
if
mean, I also think the dude's a bitch.
What if I told you his followers are holding the same exact Solarian weapons as Rex?
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, I don't hold weapons.
I mean,
so it doesn't
if
matter
Rex
to me.
can be a Solarian, I think anyone can at this point.
I mean, here's Rex's thoughts to this dude. Ready? Rex also believes that the universe should also die because it's doing that naturally. That's a natural, heat decay, right?
Yeah.
And Rex is ready to accept death, but the thing is, unlike this guy, Death better be ready for a fight. This dude's just laying down.
Okay.
Because Rex is, he's gonna fight for it, and when he dies, he'll be happy. He's like, finally. But he's gonna, when Death shows up, Death better be ready to leave bloody.
All right.
Is Rex just Conquest from Invincible?
Oh God.
No.
That's scary. I'm secretly lonely.
I was like, I've never been more alone. It was the consequences of my own success.
Was that the new season or whatever?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
No, he's slightly based off Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh,
So he
No
likes
wonder
bears.
he's very moose-like.
Like shooting bears.
Yeah.
I can take a couple bullets for the right man.
Well, Roosevelt was shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mid-speech, he was like, fuck it, I'm keep it going.
And then he continued for 50 more minutes.
I just imagine he like gives the guy like points at his own eyes, points at the guy who shot him's eyes, like, I'll get you, bitch. Anyways.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Def had to come take him in the night, because if not, there would have been a fight.
I think the time has come. Roll initiatives, please.
Oh god, I gotta get used to fucking Foundry version this again.
Well,
Version-
yeah.
You don't like version 13?
I haven't played on it anything other than this one
It's
yet.
different.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to where things are.
Okay.
I will demoralize this one in front of me.
I'm not close
Or-
enough.
and I am also not close enough.
I get a +1.
It-
Okay.
Did I roll a religion check last time? No. Could I roll religion for initiative to see if I know anything religious about this guy?
You
The
can
Shadow
roll,
Man?
You can roll religion for initiative. I will allow it for this battle, but in order to do a recall knowledge check, that is an action.
You know what? Just getting to roll religion is good enough for me.
All right. You succeed. Man frightened. He rolled badly. That might be it. We'll see.
If it's
gonna s-
anything like how my players do final boss fights, we'll one-shot him in the first
Mhm.
round.
I have a thing.
And Bramble will have to come up with something else.
What's your thing?
There it is.
Oh, yes. Where's that area?
I
go?
was checking to make sure the boss guy was in range.
Oh, he's back there intentionally. Don't you worry.
I know. I was trying to remember the range of my gun. It's not close enough for him, but it is close enough for these guys.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Reflex save for that one. Reflex save for the frightened one. 27 and a 30.
My DC is 32.
Okay.
They take no damage, but they are still suppressed.
They become sad. Alright. Ah, I forgot. It's no longer... Yep. You. Nero. It took 2 actions. Now he's going to target Rex with his Solarian weapon. And he's going to hit him with the big Graviton Mace. Hit by 1. Please take 24 bludgeoning, sir. Ross. Empire's devoured. Will they stand once more?
Yeah.
How far away do I have to be to walk up to this weird ass man? It's past the weirdo.
I'm a Sheeran.
Good job, pat, pat, pat. I think I'm just gonna stay standing there for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna do action covering fire as per usual on the boy next to Rex. And
The
I can ignore
boy.
Rex because of my bombard.
Yep.
So I'll just make it area fire. It's gonna be on him.
I fail.
And then he'll take full damage.
$15 piercing.
And then now he has a -2 to attack Rex.
Okay.
And then my last action will be barricade to get myself cover.
Right in the doorway. That's pretty good. It's Dalsic's turn. He's going to cast Repulsion. And as his third action, he is going to speak the words of destruction. Within 60 feet. I think you are within the 60 feet. So he's going to speak the words of destruction on Rex. And you will take a -2 circumstance penalty to AC until the beginning of the Etrocyte's next turn. And while you are marked with this ability, successful strikes are going to count differently on you. Rex.
Me.
Yeah?
Big guy.
I'm gonna hit the one right here.
Okay.
No.
29 is a hit.
Oh wait. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's frightened. He's suppressed.
What a wimp. Beat him up.
Beat him up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Rolled 2 3s in a row,
That's
and
still...
then I will step.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot how big I am.
You're pretty big.
Wide man.
I'll just block the way.
Okay. Flower petal.
All right. First is to cast Warp Step,
Okay.
so I can get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, too far.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then second,
You mean third, right?
yeah, no, yeah, well, second action I am taking, but third total action, yes.
Yes.
In range. Yeah, I can do this. Cast Rip Spirit, the one action one. So let's see. How many actions you spend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess they do this basic fortitude save, please.
Which one? This one or
Yeah, this guy.
oh, this guy over here. Okay.
Yep.
$31. Fail by 1.
Okay.
We take devoid damage.
And are drained 1.
Okay.
And that is all for me. And turn.
All right. Keep forgetting. Ooh, Overwatch. Make that range strike on him. Ooh, 1 away from a crit. 37. $16 points of the piercing damage. Alright. Is gonna use his next 2 actions to do Shattering Impact on Flower Petal, destroying his solar weapon.
So I am damaged with a melee strike.
Correct?
I use Blazing Spirit.
Okay.
Grants a fiery defense. I gain resistance to your level against the triggering damage, and the triggering creature will take the 2d6 fire damage and 2 persistent fire.
Okay, we gotta resolve that first, so let's see. Which one do I take? The 12th level one or the other one?
The 12th level, because we're not at 18th level yet.
Okay, let me select this guy. Do that.
And then I'll have 13 resistance to whatever kind of damage he was about to do.
Okay. First he'll do that. It's going to be 25. Some of that's going to be persistent. And then add an extra 21 for the Shattering Impact.
Okay. So it doesn't limit the triggering damage.
Should it? You get your... It's all going to be added together, so it's going to be a 46.
Okay, 46. In that case, minus 13, 33.
Okay. You know Foundry will do the math for you, right? Also, you've got to put that 5 persistent fire on you.
Oh, I have to?
Yes. It's always been that way.
Does I take it?
Yes. You'll have to right-click and add it since you're doing it manually. Okay, his Solarian weapon is gone. He is no longer attuned.
Nope.
Sebastian.
All right. You're going to move.
It didn't do all that extra damage.
46. Take away 13, like you said, and then add the 5 persistent fire.
Oh, okay. So, all right, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving was in first action.
Okay.
Get him on this one on the second action.
All right.
Leading by example.
Sure thing.
And then we're going to shoot him with the third action.
That's a hit.
Wait, he doesn't have the. Oh, I see. He critically succeeded. Yeah, never mind.
Yep. Trust me, it's all
Damage.
automated. Fire damage. As you take this man's life, he looks on with a smile and says, "You're already too late."
Motherfucker busting here with the Kenshiro shit.
Damn, just roll over and then. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Voras, will you carve your legend in the void of the night?
What?
I don't know if I'm gonna do that. All that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Boros, if you guys want to delay, I could always bring you guys closer to the other guy.
Yeah, but then Spicy Boy goes next. So I don't want to let Spicy Boy happen.
He's gonna happen. It's gonna happen regardless. It's up to you. Or just mess with these guys because they're literally like, I don't know, not even trying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will use a shot on the run.
Okay.
Lets me stretch my speed and then make an area of fire for 2 actions.
Alrighty.
Move 30 feet there, and then I'm going to target the boy up there. And since I'm making an area of fire, my primary target thing goes off.
Okay.
So I get to attack him with a brain strike first.
Mm-hmm.
Pew. I missed. And he succeeds the save, so it only takes half damage.
And is suppressed.
And is suppressed.
There we go. Half.
And then my last action will be to barricade again.
Okay. Delsic. Gonna use Sure Strike.
Oh no.
Gonna target Rex. 9th rank Disintegrate.
Bye, Wex.
Hit by 0. Failure.
Oh, hang on.
You're gonna want to use that hero point.
Hang on. No. I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay. Is it watch out?
It is watch out.
Oh, that means it never hit.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Curse you, lawyer.
Oh, we're
Catch
not
me up.
done yet.
It's like, according to your contract, you actually missed this. Oh, man. I knew I should renegotiate this fucking script.
So I'm going to follow that up.
Yeah? Oh! That'll show him. When you use your watch out reaction, you can make a melee or ranged strike against the targeting creature.
Ooh, you're gonna hit him right in the kidney.
Why the kidney specifically?
Why not?
That'll
the kid?
show him.
That'll show
I
him.
mean,
You sure showed me.
Why? Because we know that's not. Because now your life sucks.
Does she already have kidneys? Do you think they have more than 2? How do bugs work?
range
maybe.
strike.
I don't know. Oh, yep.
Oh! That was a good one.
Ooh, good rolls. 3, 5, 5, 4.
Ooh,
He takes-
spicy boy hit.
All 20 fire damages.
Dude, that's gotta be so fucking demoralizing for me. He's like, I have got you now, goober. I hit you with my hit you beam. And he's just like, excuse me, you don't actually bang bang.
Envoy is very powerful. Rex. Oh no.
What the fuck was that noise?
He's big. Oh,
Oh no!
farewell.
Oh, sound like, oh, I guess so.
Oh, that's what death sounds like.
Oh, bro,
Oh no! It is what death sounds like.
just walking slowly backhanded. Oh, out of the way, fucker.
Farewell, nerd.
That was a Sith Lord, sir.
I went 25, so.
Correct. I'm gonna need that DC 33 will save.
Fun fact: Will's my best.
45 critical success. You are not impeded.
Why would I be?
you.
He's impeding me, not him. He's too weak-willed.
Flower petal.
Okay. First I am going to use Grasping Spirits
Okay.
spell. So if the next action is to cast a spell, which it will, I increase the spell range by 30 feet. And in addition to the normal effects, I drag them closer. And the spell that I am advancing its range
Mm-hmm.
is telekinetic strangulation.
Oh, you're gonna out Sith Lord him?
I was about to
Yes.
say. Yeah.
Oh. Miss.
On a 15?
On a 15.
I don't like that. I'm gonna re-roll using a hero point.
Are you absolutely certain you wish to do this? The fate of the galaxy is at stake here.
I want to.
Yeah, but the fate of
Strangle
Alpha
him.
Floridating him is also at stake.
As
the
the
fate of my aura is at stake.
the players have chosen. Roll your hero point.
Okay.
Miss.
What? How?
I don't know.
How?
By 5. Is it because of the incapacitation trait? What's going on here?
Oh, it is. Should have used Spirit Blast.
Piccolo.
Okay. Well, let's see. To range. In addition to the normal effects of the spell, your operation briefly. So they still have to do the fortitude save against the spell DC.
Okay. Which is?
My spell DC is 32.
Fortitude, go. 32.
God. Okay. Well, that's it for me.
And try to out Sith Lord a Sith Lord.
Yeah. Damage.
Roll
Recovery
recovery check.
Of course
Oof.
not.
Does incapacitating trait work on the AC? Because I'm reading it.
I'm going by what the automation is saying, sir.
Mm,
30.
incapacitation.
I mean, that's been
Any
wrong
creature
before,
that
right?
is more than twice the spell rank's threat treats spell rank treats the result of their
Yep.
check. So
He is a
Yeah, it just
creature
says results
14.
of the check, but AC is different.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, I think he would treat his escape as like a fail to a success, but I'm just trying to.
That's
Because
okay.
this is the first I've ever seen an AC based incapacitation trait. You know, because normally it's easy if it's a save.
It might be a bug. It might be a bug. So his AC is indeed 35. He is a creature level 14, so twice the level of the spell is 12. So let's see. That did hit. So on a hit, you would do 6d12 bludgeoning damage. So go ahead and roll that damage, because it did hit.
oh, yay.
And I will take the result as one thing lower, which is half damage.
This is an interesting, good question to ask Paizo, huh? Or if they ever respond.
It is, and don't worry, we're going to have a discussion immediately after this battle. What this
I
is?
see what Reddit has to say while I'm waiting for my next turn.
I'd rather not go to Reddit.
Discord, fix it.
All right,
Okay. So
Sebastian.
my first action was to move.
Yep.
Second action is to
Get him.
because the range is 60 feet, he is within 60 feet.
Leading
Leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take another shot at him.
Okay.
Whatever that's going to be worth. Strike.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for all moving up together so I can zoom in.
And that is gonna miss, and that is my third action.
Voros.
I don't think I need to move. I don't. I am going to, once again, covering fire on Rex. So I'm going to
Okay.
do my primary target thingy first.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to strike people.
Just so you know, I just did a query search of all Pathfinder 2E and Starfinder 2E related stuff on Nethys.
Mm-hmm.
With incapacitation and AC, since there is 0 spells, this is the first spell.
Okay. So I have
You
to
know what?
go. I have to go to the Foundry team and let them know it's a bug.
Well, I don't think it's a bug.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that this is the first spell that would ever interact with AC with the incapacitation trait.
Okay.
I think Dustin's watching the stream, so I'm gonna ask him.
Okay.
If
I
he's
see
just
Dustin
like-
Knight.
If he's just like, yeah, your primary target.
He's a Rex fan.
It all depends if the attack hit versus AC is considered if that interacts, if that's a check because it's not like you're rolling like a save, you know.
Yeah, the second time it did hit with a 40. It did hit. So I had to take the damage at least.
Yeah. I think just what you did's fine, and because it's basically like it's an never before seen, you know.
Well, that's why it's a playtest, man.
Yeah.
29, I fail.
Yippee! You take full damage. And now the scrunkly weirdo in the back has a -2 to hurt Rex against his AC, right? Yeah. And then last action again, I'm going to barricade and give me and also Sebastian lesser cover.
Okay.
And it's my turn.
Okay. It's Dalsic's turn. Let's see. He's going to warp mind on Rex. This is irreparable. DC 33 will save. Critical success. No effect.
Yep, because I have willful defiance.
Oh. Yeah, he's pulled.
Strongest mind in the galaxy here.
He's pulled no punches. You're too much for him. Third action. Void Bolt. $35 void damages to Rex. Rex.
Fucking stomp up.
You're right where I want you to be.
I haven't moved.
Perfect.
38 is a hit.
Yo.
A little missy there. Missy
That was
kissy.
almost a 20 on my screen.
Flower Petal, you have never seen a cosmic being bleed before.
Oh. Is it my turn already? It is my turn.
It is
Okay.
your turn.
I
me another-
want to do a recall knowledge on this thing.
Sure.
And what were you about to say about?
I was going to say, give me another incapacitation spell, please.
No, I'm gonna wait to see what the Starfinder team thinks about that. All right, let's do. Oh wait, how do I change it now? Oh,
I'm surprised we were the first group to find that.
I wasn't able to find any immediate answers on the Starfinder subreddit. But you know, also
you won't,
just like you said, it's
new
playtest. Yeah, brand spanking new. New questions.
Because every other incapacitate trait or spell affects fort, reflex, or will. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
I was gonna say, me reading it, unless we get someone else, I think that you would get the damage, right? Because the damage itself isn't the dangerous part, right?
Correct.
It's
the after
immobilize.
Yeah.
It's the after effect, right? So the escape, that's where I'd apply the incapacitation trait. So like they would roll, oh, you fail. Oh, sorry, fail turns into a success.
Okay.
But that's how I would do it. But then again, it all depends on the wording of incapacitation says the result of any check the spellcaster made is roll to hit a check.
It technically is. It's a check
but
against
it says,
AC.
Yeah, it's a. It kind of is.
Yeah.
But that's so. Right now, I'm digging into Chapter 7 of the rulebook on spells.
I'm more than happy to rule in the way that we agree on for the moment. I think we handled that quite well. So
I'm not gonna harp on it for a while.
No,
yes. So tell me about this god or false god.
The false god, yes, exactly. So, Dalzik is what is called an atrocyte. He is a harbinger of the Devourer, always arriving at the most inauspicious moment to oversee destruction, committed for the god of cosmic annihilation. His tags are cosmic, unholy. His immunities are death effects, poison, visual, and void. You are allowed one question.
Void. Does he have any specific... Oh, wait. You gave me the specific weaknesses. You
No, I
said
didn't.
void was one. Oh, no.
I said immunities.
Then... Oh, immunities. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, does it have a specific weakness?
It has
So
two.
not like one of the ones on the side, but like...
It has two. You may know one.
Give me the one most related to spells.
Holy.
Holy. Well, wouldn't you know it?
Moly.
I don't think I have any holy spells.
I'm sorry, sir.
I've got divine, plenty of divine. Let's see. And that one's void, so that one won't work.
Yeah.
Didn't they get rid of any holy tag stuff with the remaster?
No,
They added holy tags in the remaster.
They did.
Yeah.
It used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
good and
Yeah,
evil.
yeah.
it's
It's
not
good
good
and
and
evil,
evil.
Yep.
Yeah. He had to be sanctified.
Yeah, there's divine but not holy. Divine but not holy.
Did you just like take out your spell book in the middle of this epic battle where two empires are going to fall, going like, now let's see here.
This is
Sir,
happening in
sir, give me a
milliseconds
minute.
within my mind power.
Yeah,
The
but
recall of
honestly,
myself.
if these empires fall, Pact World stocks go up.
Okay, I'm just imagining a fucking flower petal busting out a Rolodex of spells like one moment, please.
He's going for the Dewey Decimal System. 304 flower-based spells. Like,
God.
where's the holy-based spells?
Nah, I'm not trying to rush you along or anything. I'm glad we're having part of the discussion now. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. So he's not a real god, which is good.
He's a herald.
A herald. Trying to see. There's
The Silver Surfer did it better.
I mean, that's because they were naked.
save one.
I was thinking the
save
same
Were they, though?
thing.
Were they, though?
God.
Yeah, they had nothing on them. They just wore a
But
surfboard,
no,
and their dick
they-
was out.
Maybe they had just silver all around them.
but more shiny.
No. Maybe they just were just dipped in silver, like a chocolate bunny.
Like that
The
one
lesson-
fucking what's his name from G.I. Joe?
Yeah,
Estro?
he got
my
palm
God.
paid, and he's just still moving.
The lesson here, children, is that naked equals better.
Okay,
Yeah.
this one might work.
Okay.
The real question is, am I holy?
Well, you
I
made
think
that
s-
choice at the time of your character creation. Did you choose sanctification?
Let's see.
Well, that
Is that
should
a
be a
feat?
no. No, when you make a cleric or a mystic, there's a thing that says with your choice of god, you must choose unholy or sanctified.
Isn't he neither?
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm an animist.
Then you don't get either.
Okay. Darn. In that case,
If you were Sarenrae, if Sarenrae was your goddess, then you would definitely have holy sanctification.
yeah. Okay. Well, that could have been really cool if
It
I
could've.
was sanctified by the newborn. But
The newborn doesn't know what he is yet. He's still deciding.
yeah, it's what makes him so cool. Let's see. Whose turn is it? No, I already did an action, so I just have to blow something up. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Wait, am I within 30 feet of him?
Watch out, he's about to bust.
Actually, I think I'm too far. Yep, too far for that one. But not too far for. Nope. Fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make him feel bad about his choices.
Okay.
Agonizing despair.
Let's make this not private. Reveal to everyone. I feel bad.
Aha! See, his mind is weak.
Why does this not have incapacitate on it?
Because it's just sickened, and
Revealed.
this is.
There we go. 15.
Yep. So he takes that 15 and is frightened 2.
Correct. Oh my god. And he's bleeding.
The better
and
fear
he's
spell.
suppressed. And he's get him led by example.
Sebastian, kill this man.
Oh yes, and
Get the other kidney.
Oh yeah, and I am still on fire.
Yep.
Oops, that one is secret. Can you reveal that?
Yes, I can. Stop making everything a secret. Sebastian.
Question.
Yes.
Can I take cover from this position here?
Correct, you
at
may.
the bottom of the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. So first we are going to move.
Mm-hmm. DC 33 will save for repulsion.
Oh, let me get that will save first before
Uh-huh.
I commit to this movement entirely. Will save.
Correct.
Eh.
34. So let's see. On a success, creature treats each square in the area as difficult terrain when moving closer to me.
What was the radius on that from
40 feet.
40? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can't quite get there.
So that was so he has over the repulsion.
Yeah.
Did he just cast that?
No, he cast it the
10,
first round.
20,
You critically
30.
succeeded it. You didn't even know it was there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that would be 2 actions to get me where I am.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I am going to use my last action to.
Oh, I might have figured out. Finish your turn.
Oh, okay. I am going to use my last action to take cover.
Okay.
Is this regular cover or lesser?
Lesser cover, definitely.
Okay. Here we are. Yeah. Okay, and that is going to be Sebastian's turn.
All right. So what were you going to say, Flower Petal, before we go to Voros?
Okay, so it looks like, if I'm reading telekinetic strangulation correctly,
Mm-hmm.
that the incapacitation trait only impacts the escape DC,
Okay.
which means that as long as it hits, they still take the full damage and are immobilized. And every time that I sustain the spell, they would take 1d12 persistent bludgeoning damage, remain immobilized, and have to continue holding its breath. But they can attempt to escape. The escape DC is your spell DC, and the escape attempt is affected by the incapacitation trait.
So incapacitation trait only relates to that last part, nothing else.
Right. The
Well-
escape. Otherwise, the spell remains as is, meaning I should have been strangling him and he should be suffocating.
I've already ruled.
I think it's the other way. So I found all the incapacitated trait, right, says if a spell has incapacitated trait, any creature more than twice the spell's rank treats the results of their check to prevent being incapacitated by the spell 1 degree duress better, or the result of any check the spellcaster made to incapacitate them is 1 degree of success worse. So I looked for what checks are, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it says checks win, success uncertain, blah blah blah, all types of checks. And the first example is that checks and DCs come in many forms. When you swing your sword at the foul beast, you make an attack roll against their armor class, which is a DC to hit another creature. So their first example is AC, is attack versus AC. So that would be a check.
I thought so. It is technically a check.
Yeah, it's just that it's the first time it's a check against AC for incapacitate.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with rolling with it. It just seems like that, to me, this seems to be the intent of the spell, was that if you're going up against someone really powerful, they should be able to, like, break the strangulation really easy, or if they're really weak, they're going to have a harder time beating the strangulation. Not the initial one, but the persistent strangulation.
Okay. So we'll definitely bring it up, but
yeah, I want to bring it up, but I want to continue with the flow of the game, and so we'll just move past that bit for now.
No problem. Voros.
Yippee! I'm gonna do it again. To action covering fire on Rex.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be targeting the Scrinkle Dink. I'm gonna target first, so I make my strike.
Pew pew pew.
33 is a hit by 0.
I'm so good at this game.
Soldiers are good at everything.
And then he will need to make the save against the area of fire.
Do I get a +1 or +2 bonus for AC?
They get a -2 to their attack rolls against you. This bitch.
No suppression for me, hooray!
Wait. Oh. I was confused at first, but I was like, wait, this guy probably has the heckin', what's it called? That's action barricade.
Okay. Alright. So, you're right in his face. All his spells have failed. He's going to Gnashing Slam you. But first, the Words of Destruction, making you take a -2 circumstance penalty to your AC. As his first action, taking away that -2 that Voros gave. And when he scores a 19 or 20, those are both critical hits, and when you roll a 1 or a 2, those are both be counted critical failures. Let's see what happens. Second action, melee strike. Hit. It slams you for 29 damage. His second attack, third action.
I'll Nimbus Surge the first one for the damage.
Okay.
So I'll take what's it called? Where's my Nimbus Surge thing?
33. Success by 1.
That's just fine. That's fine. And I have a different feat for this, which gives me... Do I have it? Oh, Empowered Nimbus.
Mm-hmm.
I gain resistance equal to half my level rounded up to the damage. Graviton, it's physical, and he hit me physical, so... yep. Yeah. So I will take the 29, and then I'll add back my my resistance from it, because I couldn't find a way to drag it.
Okay, and half your level rounded up is 6.
Mhm. Boop.
6 damage.
He doesn't take that.
Oh, he doesn't?
It's just resistance.
Oh, okay.
That's only if I'm photon attuned.
Okay. Those were his 3 actions. Recovery.
He bleeds.
1 bleed.
Oh, that's how I add it. I click the button.
Yes.
Okay.
Automated.
There's a different button.
Hit
They
by
hit it.
8. Yeah. $21 damages. More bleeding. Miss.
Hell yeah. Miss.
Mm-hmm. Flower petal.
All right. I'm going to. Gonna do athletic rush.
Okay.
Give me 35 movement speed.
Okay. If you are approaching him, I will need that DC 33 will save.
Is it approaching him if I'm just going to the
Yes.
side?
Within 40
Okay.
feet of him.
Where's that will save?
Will save his DC 33 because he cast it at the beginning of the battle before all the debuffs were on him. All right. 41. That is a regular success, so you treat the 40 feet up until him as difficult terrain like Sebastian.
Okay, so 35 would be 1, 2, or 10, 20,
Mm-hmm.
30. 35? Good. I'm within 30 feet.
Yep.
So I am going to Spirit Blast him.
Okay.
Needs a Fortitude save, please.
Fail by 1.
It's just going to be that whole lot of D6s spirit damage.
Ooh, that really took him down a notch as you pile drive him with a massive amount of spirit damage, and you just see a hole where his body used to be, crumbling like glass.
You worship a god of destruction. I worship a god of light. Or life.
Lies, he
That's it.
says.
I say as I continue to burn.
Burn! Extra flammable, Sebastian.
All right. 1. Okay, I've worked this out.
Ah.
All right. First,
Yes.
we are going to
Mm-hmm.
use Get 'em on him,
Yeah, yeah.
leading by example, because that will resolve itself before my turn is over.
Understood.
I am going to use my second action to move.
Now, because you succeeded the last result, you still treat approaching him as difficult terrain. You do not get an additional save from the spell.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, 10, 20, 30. And then I am going to use Battle Medicine on Rex.
Okay.
Lead by example for me triggers whenever I give somebody else hit points.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to throw a little risky surgery on that.
I think it's very unfair. This boss has no reactions.
That we know
Right.
of.
No, that are on the sheet.
Okay.
Especially that we don't know of.
Right, that we don't know of.
Did it roll?
It did.
Thank you, Lawyer Daddy.
Robust health. Because Rex's body is so hairy, the hair is treated as part of the triage.
He's just all of my stuff are scar tissue, so it's just easier to staple it back.
Oh, gross. Gross.
Hard tissue and calluses.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Grandma's like, oh, back hair. I'm like, no, scar tissue. It's all the risky surgery he gets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to take the damage though. Oh, it hurts. Wait, hold on, because my Nimbus.
Nimbus?
The Nimbusy.
Voras, if you deal 11 points of damage, the encounter is over.
I hope I hit him. In the off chance I don't hit him, I'm still gonna use covering fire.
Okay.
In the off chance I miss both the shot and he crit succeeds again. Yeah.
That's a hit by 2. I think it's the end. Voras, how do you destroy the ancient evil and mastermind of the Empire's Devoured?
Is there like a window behind him? Or like, what is that?
That is the stellar bombardment engine, and as you can see by the red lightning starting to gather, it is going to erupt, destroying the sun, spreading over into the drift lane, destroying other suns in a cascade reaction.
That's not good. I'm just gonna gib this guy like it's a Team Fortress 2 soldier hitting you with a direct hit rocket launcher.
Okay.
It was oddly specific.
It was.
Well, if there was a window behind him, I was gonna go and do the whole end of kick ass. Where the guy gets launched out the window with the rocket and then goes into the sky and then explodes.
And as his body dissolves and fades away, he says, I was not able to witness the end. Enjoy this last gift I leave you.
Nerd.
That's as far as I can run with the that's my action.
Ooh, perfect. Rex, you see all that red lightning starting to gather.
See, here's the difference between him and me, you know? It's not like Rex knows the universe eventually die. But the thing is, for him, it's like a challenge. Will the universe win this time and get its death, or will Rex prevent it again?
Okay.
Either way, he wins.
Mm-hmm.
But it better put up one hell of a fight. He's gonna hit it.
Okay.
What'd you expect? Oh, it's a 3.
Its AC is 0.
Perfect.
So it's critical hit.
It's objects, usually immune.
Oh.
Aw.
This one we have is damage.
The power builds up. Red lightning cackles within the reactor and consoles in the area. Creatures on the second or
laughing
third
at you.
Creatures on the second or third level take 2d10 plus 10 electricity damage with a basic reflex save. I believe that is all of you. If you take a failure on this, you get an additional 2d10 void damage. That's a fail. That's a critical fail.
Bye forever.
And that's a success. So, Voras, you will be taking half while everyone else takes the full or double damage. And for each of you who failed or critically failed, please also take the 2d10 void.
I am not seeing the damage numbers.
24 plus 12, so that's 36. You would take 72. You may need to refresh.
Yeah, I think I definitely do, but hold on, let me. 5.
You're good. So, Rex, you can finish up your turn while we wait on him.
Can I roll my Solarian?
Absolutely,
Like,
yes.
I mean, I don't know what I have for that. I guess I have a class DC. But
You are cosmic forces. Yep, things are happening. Sure, yes.
I wish there was gave me like a way to roll that versus just giving me a DC.
They do with extempore effects.
Yeah, well, that's because they actually have a roll to hit. They don't have that with things. In that case, maybe I'll just do my lore.
Okay.
Back in my day.
Back in my day? Okay.
Because I don't see a way to just roll like Solarian or class things. No, thought I said Privet. Blind.
Blind. Okay. So, from what you can understand, this is gathering void energy. And it is a magic tech device. It is going to destroy the sun, creating massive galactic repercussions. You must score 6 total successes to prevent the station's reactor from igniting the destruction of Catheria's sun.
Is it like pointed at the sun? Like it's, you know...
It is orbiting the sun. You're in the space station that's orbiting the sun. It's the
okay,
observatory.
and it just pointed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess that's it. Now.
Okay. On its first action, it's going to vent energy. Then it's going to use a second attempt to do an overload. If the trap has any instability points, this is fun. It's a hazard and a subsystem. I'm going to roll a flat check with DC equal to 20 minus the number of instability points. And on a success, the magic tech device detonates, which means the entire adventure is a wash. It is a D20 roll and will respond to hero points. So let's vent energy first. I'm going to need a DC 33 fortitude from you guys. You're making everything secret. Failure. Failure.
He probably has it selected, I think.
Crit success.
It's above the chat.
Right above the
You can set your
yeah,
you can set your preferences or default.
There we go. And fortitude save.
correct. Alright, success, crit success, 2 failures. Here you go, children. Here's some void damage. If you are immune to void damage, such as undead, you take acid damage instead. Yay, remaster. A creature slain by this hazard is reduced to a fine powder.
So the DC was 33?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, so that was a success. So I take half of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
For those that failed, take an additional 2d10. I don't think we had anyone critically fail. I have 1 instability point. It's time for me to roll a flat check. If I roll a 19 or 20, The empires are destroyed. Flower petal, shit's real.
Sorry, I was muted because I was talking to my dogs at first. Do I have to be right up next to the creature or the thing, or can I do it from right here? The disable checks.
You are an animist. You can command the spirits themselves. You can do it from any distance.
Cool. Then I'm gonna roll engineering lore, if the GM will allow it, to try to disable.
Yep. I'll make it lower than the other checks because engineering lore is perfect. I will treat that as a success. You have done 1 of 6 successes. As you begin your engineering lore and the spirits begin to weave themselves against the red lightning and the computer consoles as you see shadowy figures begin to man them.
I don't think I have a spell that can make anything extra clever. I'm just gonna shield myself.
No sweat. You sure you don't want to give me a religion check instead?
Well, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought we figured everything out about it.
No. It's not about figuring things out. The religion will help you to control or subvert the flow of unholy energies building up in the device.
Oh, I like that. Does this need to be secret, or can I roll it out in the open?
You can roll it out in the open because I think you may want to use some hero points. You may wish to use a hero point.
I may wish to, but as I'm sure the GM remembers, I tried to strangle someone.
Yes.
And it didn't work out. So I don't know anything.
Let that be a lesson to you, children. When you try to strangle people, you know less.
Also, the person you successfully strangle. Don't forget to roll a recovery check. Yeah.
Nope.
Sebastian, your mother warned you this might happen one day.
Oh, my mother says a lot of things. So Sebastian is going to step down the stairs.
Okay. That's up the stairs.
Up the stairs. Oh, that is up the stairs. Yes. So I am going to use battle medicine on both myself and Flower Petal, the award medic.
Okay.
If it will let me. Why is that grayed out? There we go.
Know.
And do I have to make 2 separate checks?
Use the same. Okay. Use the same one for both.
All right. Risky surgery for everybody.
Yep.
Yay!
A net gain of 49.
So I take 7.
It hurts a little at first, but then it gets better.
And then it gets worse. Because that's how life works.
Oh dear.
More wisdom from Sebastian's mother. Okay, so that is my second action. With my third action, I don't even know what kind of check I could actually contribute with.
I will take computers, arcana, religion, crafting, thievery. I will take anything you will justify to save both empires.
And I could do a thievery check from here.
Yes.
From-
Manually
okay.
adjust the cables and divert power away from the reactor.
Okay, let us attempt this thievery check.
DC 34.
All right.
Really wish I could just post these. That is a success. You are at 2 of 6 successes. As Sebastian starts unplugging and then rerouting the power to start venting the dangerous void energies out into the vacuum of space.
All right, that is going to be Mr. Arborough's turn.
Voras, from behind you, you hear squeaking. As the engineer you saved comes running in.
Yo, it's Vo Rats. I'm too stupid to do anything with this engine thing, probably.
No, that's not how the game works. Tell me what you want to do.
I don't think I can scare it.
Well, it's filled with evil void energy and whatnot. Do you have anything
They feed off of
positive?
negativity. I'm a war veteran. I don't even have Medicare.
Oh my god.
You do. The wait is just 15 months to get seen.
Advice from actual war veteran.
Mm-hmm. My one homie is a medic, and he's like, I just treat myself with this, but this shit sucks. I don't know what I'm able to do.
Your friend believed in you. She brought you to this place at the cost of her life.
She was a smart one. She could have fucking done it.
Maybe you had what you needed all along, Voras.
All I have is athletics, intimidation, and a gun.
I will take any of those if you can justify it.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Would it be possible for Voros to use intimidation to bully the rat into helping?
Yes!
What do you mean to the rat? He can help himself.
Yes.
Helping us.
Yeah. Maybe he's too scared. He just approached
Yeah.
and he just stopped there.
Yeah, tell that nerd to get in here.
I guess I can try that.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
I see that. As he
Oh, no.
just looks at you. It's like, are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'll use my hero point because that's pathetic.
You're telling me. So now you're at 4 successes out of 6 as the engineer gets right to work as you berate him. You see his little mandibles, his cheek pouches. He like fishes a wrench out of there and starts rerouting things and says, "I'm working! I'm working!" Okay, that was one action.
Oh no. Can I try to like move over and start like, I don't know if I could like try to rip some shit off of it
Sure, yes.
without having it explode horribly and kill the world?
I can't answer the second part. I can only say yes to the first part. DC 36 athletics. Success, you are at 5 of 6. As though Ross tries to pull out components and removes capacitors that the reactor needs to go critical. Rex, you're at 5 of 6 successes.
So does this thing have like a cannon?
What?
Like a
No.
point that it shoots at? Like,
No, it's a reactor.
okay, it just explodes.
It just explodes. It's a bomb.
All right. Then Rex will do religion, I guess. Be like, he's been basically trying to be like, all right, universe, if this is how you want it to go,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna have to get through my will.
All right, DC 35, religion. Failure.
No. I guess I will ready in action.
Okay.
I will attempt to black hole the reactor if it blows with me in it.
I can take the black hole now, actually. To siphon away
that-
the powers.
Can this thing do a fortitude save?
It can. What's your DC?
34. I'm gonna find. Oh, it's in my actions. That's right. Oh, 32.
All right, let's use Dalsik here. No frightened. What does the universe say? It says yes, as Rex opens up the black hole, siphoning away the rest of the red lightning as the reactor goes quiet, and you just stare at it as the light fades away from it and the void energy is suppressed.
This would make a cool engine for a car.
Aren't we in the market for a new ship anyway?
And they didn't explode my hover shit box.
And you know who we could blame this all on? Like all the legal stuff, right? And
Yeah, what's her
And,
name?
thing-
I forgot her name. She's a rock now.
Sealmon.
It's honestly, I forgot that she was a person.
Yeah,
I don't think
we'll
she's a
blame.
person, technically.
We could blame everything on her.
We have a lawyer.
We do have a lawyer.
And you know what they say? We're gonna need more of them. Because he shouldn't represent himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I need to represent myself? I haven't done anything wrong today.
Well, if we're gonna be pressing charges,
Ah, yes, well.
you better call
Somehow
Saul.
somehow I think she'll have bigger problems than just us.
I guess.
Oh, we stopped the world from blowing up. You think we should go back outside and stop the rest of people from blowing themselves up?
Probably. Yes, Rex, we are.
They're just gonna do it again later.
I have just the thing for the occasion. And from out of my cloak, I pull out a real big decorated cookie that says Happy Hatchling Day.
I forgot about that cookie.
I forgot about that. For a second, I thought you were going to be like, I cast Atomic Blast. Under the sun.
Well, good job, everyone. Glad no one's dead.
Well, you
Told
have a
you,
ship, right?
universe. I think so.
Is it still working? It kind of half. I mean, it should mostly work.
Wasn't this guy? Wasn't there a Yusoku we were looking for?
There was.
Mm-hmm.
Shrink down.
So is this him?
What? No, it's Whiskers.
I mean, I don't know why, but well, did we gotta find that one too?
No.
Okay.
Well, we gonna go to the ship or not? He asks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I saved the world. My legs hurt.
My legs hurt.
Yeah, we want
Bro,
nap
I have a
time.
brace with my knees that don't barely work anymore. Come on.
Nappy time.
So as you get
We're
to...
all old, except for I'm pretty sure Sebastian's probably youngest.
Oh god. So as you
Deborah
get...
was the youngest.
She was, but she died too soon. As you get to your ship, you notice that it is in no state to fly. The Golden Opportunity has seen its last voyage.
Okay. All right, guys. Get in the Solar Observatory. We'll watch the fireworks. No, I guess
Oh,
we'll
we're
take
not
this
going to watch
ship.
the fireworks?
Yep.
I don't know. Someone sent him a message. Oh yeah, those turrets are still alive.
Thing to forget.
Oh, you want me to turn him off?
Ooh.
He
That
turns him
would
off.
be nice, yes.
He turns him off. So as you go out there, your ship is in no state to fly. However, a ship decloaks off the observatory. It seems to be an apostate ship, as it opens up with a drow compliment.
Oh, over here.
Wherever you want.
Okay, I guess Solar Observatory.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hey, I thought you folks were written out of the canon.
Yeah, hold on. Get closer.
Hey, now they got
Which way
brought
did
back into the
everyone
canon.
go?
They should have a different name now.
We can't hear you.
Which way did everyone go? I missed it.
Oh my God.
Down.
The window.
Save the world. We don't know what we're doing now.
We're at the window.
What was that one movie? It was like a half horror movie, half like hopeful movie, where they try to reunite the sun.
Oh, there was a couple of them, but I remember
There he
the one
goes
where they had
again.
to go to the center of the Earth, right, to restart the spinning bolt.
Oh yeah, it was called Sunshine, and then it turns to a slash for the last half hour, and they kill a bunch of people in the fucking solar observatory.
The other way, Sebastian, down here, south.
Just wanders around going like, this is mine now. Yep. And as you all go, the apostate ship and the drow complement evacuate you.
Yay!
Aboard, you find a very wizened looking old woman with blue skin and a metal helmet as she turns around in a rotating chair and says, "Ah, finally. Did the negotiations succeed?"
Clutter.
They
No.
went as well as I predicted.
A work
I
in
mean,
progress, but in a
Sebastian.
positive direction at least.
I think Sebastian has it all in writing, technically.
I have
Legal
almost
writing.
everything in writing.
Well, get that writing ready, your mother tells you. We're needed by the Order of the Eclipse to go immediately to Vesk. Those
Whose mother?
Shimmerstone mines aren't going to help themselves. There's only one cavern elf in here.
Rex?
What?
Wow.
No, that's Sebastian's mom. Rex calls her mommy.
Mhm.
Please don't do that.
Thank you, mother. No.
Yes, mommy, can I please have $500 more?
Credits for ice cream, please.
You can have all the ice cream you want on Veskate.
Is that one of the cats? I don't remember.
Yep. And she takes the ship immediately back to the Citadel that you guys flipped off to get the next mission. And that's the end of the adventure.
See, they'll figure it out.
So, what did you guys think?
I mean, it was pretty. There was points where it was fast and slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was overall, I think, pretty consistent.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to when they actually publish the Starship rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that it goes relatively the way that you ran them, where it's not actually like a big grid map thing that you have to do, but like a series of checks that you roll utilizing the ship systems. I think that will make for some very exciting encounters.
Okay.
But one thing I definitely learned, Pathfinder 2E classes are going to struggle a little bit.
I never saw you struggle in this.
I felt I struggled a little bit, but I was also primarily a spellcaster, which, is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything translates, though, from a fantasy setting to a sci fantasy setting.
I see it as the same system.
Mm-hmm.
But I will take your input into account. All right, that's 2 people. What about the other 2?
Well, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I didn't really feel like it was like.
Did you like being the most overpowered character in the campaign by being a lawyer with all the legal lore checks?
Yeah, that first part was interesting because it's not. Lore skills are kind of very hit and miss like that. This would just happen to work out for me. Somehow I wasn't too disturbed by not having not chasing big number endorphins all game, which was very new for me. But trying to figure out Envoy, this module did make it kind of easy to kind of figure out the ins and outs of how Envoy is supposed to work.
I really liked seeing Envoy in action this time. I mean, I knew that the Soldier, the Solarian, and even the Animist were going to have some very powerful hitting moments, but you turned the tide several battles over. you kept people from dying multiple times, and you enabled them to do more damage. So I feel like you fulfilled a multitude of roles with Envoy.
Yeah, Rex is very simple. He doesn't do much other than hit shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess pounce, but that's more or less because we had the archetype to let him do more than just ha ha ha, I swing, I laugh.
Yeah, I don't regret letting you guys have the free archetype. I'm glad I made that mistake in the beginning. A happy mistake.
Like, I'll go out on a limb and say that the only thing that I really got out of the archetype was extra skills through rogue dedication,
Mm-hmm.
which were still helpful.
Okay. All right, now it comes down to the deal breaker. Phoebe, you are the Starfinder expert. What did you think?
I had a good time. I really like the soldier. I feel like they're very effective in what they want to do. I just also feel that what they want to do is very samey.
Okay. How would you break that up? Because you've seen enough of High Play Soldier to actually have some real meaningful feedback here. Because what I saw personally was you doing three things. You were defending Rex, at the same time you were barricading yourself, at the same time you were making multiple shots at the enemy, at the same time you were controlling the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean when I say it's effective, but it boiled down to area fire, barricade, area fire in a slightly different way, barricade, area fire in a slightly different way, barricade.
What would make it
So my turn structure is just very the same.
Okay, what if you had played Armor Storm or Action Hero instead? Would that have changed instead of Bomb?
I feel like Action Hero would have been very similar. Although there are some more DPS focused feats that go alongside of Action Hero due to the auto fire of that versus like Bombard, the one I took is like the more supporty one that's just area fire.
Mm-hmm.
Armor Storm, I still don't know how that's ever gonna work out. Armor Storm confuses me into because this whole thing
Pure defense.
is like, yeah, you're
So-
a chonky wall who can shove and do stuff like that, but most things are far away and shooting at you, so you have to actively make your way to there in chonky, slow, heavy armor, or hope they come to you.
So the way you mitigate that, and I'll let Rex speak immediately after because I just want to say this. You have the propulsion boots, you have the jet packs, and you have things to boost your speed. Rex, what were you going to say?
I was saying, so like most people think soldiers like kind of like the fighter, right, of Starfinder, but how they're what the system is to kind of like mix and match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soldier is if you just want someone to like be better at just shooting someone, right? You would just literally make a fighter.
Yes.
Because they would
Yes.
they would get better expertise. The thing that soldier gets is that suppression on all area fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that just automatically getting that kind of limits the soldier because you're already like, okay, I guess I'll grab some in an area fire versus being able to flexible with your weapon choice. And the area fire is cool. You don't really roll to hit. Everyone else kind of rolls against you, and it really depends on the density of enemies and if you're able to actually get, because generally for AoE attacks, 3 is like the magic number, right? Where you're gonna do more damage. If it's 3 or more, you're breaking even on those reflex checks, right? So if we're in our fights, I think we never had anything more than 3. Maybe we had 4 at once, but her to get all 3 in was maybe on like the first round. So, but if we were fighting like waves of 6, like when we had all those Vesk and that were running at us like in a row, and the Ahsoka, I guess, that's when Vilroth just crushed them all because she had all that density. That's when the soldier finds.
I remember she kept crying and saying like, please stop.
Please,
Don't
exactly.
make me do this.
So soldier's great for that, but I feel if they kind of limit themselves into people feeling like they need to go those area fire weapons because that suppression is just automatically taken on like for level 1, and I feel there should be a choice or your initial class should change that, you know.
All right. So my own personal feedback with soldier, because I played a melee bully and you're one shot, I felt I was able to keep up with most creatures and suppress them and deal damage and do a heck of a lot in terms of tactical maneuvers as a melee bully, especially with a combat bully getting that second punitive strike. It really...
I love close quarters. It just feels different because because close quarters turns a melee weapon into an area fire.
Exactly.
Which obviously works with all of your other stuff versus Armor Storm is you could shove a guy.
But mine was I had a very high density, right, of of enemies. This one was very like it was very like almost like 4v4 4v5 type stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I play tested a melee one in Cosmic Birthday, I had to fucking sprint down hallways to get to people.
At level 1, I'd never do it at level 1. I was level 10 or 12, and I had the rocket boots, and what I would do is I would immediately get into them so they would keep wasting my punitive strikes, and I just make them bleed. So they were just bleeding everywhere.
Like, it worked out really well when we were playing Wheel of Monsters. It's just one enclosed area that they have to come to you and shit like that. But like when it was Cosmic Birthday level 1 baby level stuff, I'd be like, please.
Iron had to do that as a Solarian.
I feel Soldier is they don't shine in 1v1 scenario or like boss enemies, right?
Yeah.
Where versus like
on you, and that's it.
Yeah, like Pathfinder 2e fighters, that's where they strive because they have the higher accuracy.
Right. And also levels 1 through 4 are painful for Soldier. Very painful.
Also, they have the same problem that fucking, what's it called? Kineticist has, or they have Con as their main attribute. So picking an archetype for them is kind of weird.
Also, Kineticists don't get jack shit when it comes to Mythic.
And like, this is just a Starfinder thingy. It has like some issues when it comes to like certain archetypes like that. I was like, maybe I'll go like the one where you hang out with like someone's like a cool melee person, and then the other person's like a cool gun person. But this isn't a firearm. This is a gun.
So we discussed the playtest. Now we have to discuss the DM. I was wondering, is anyone interested in playing Murder in Metal City in 2 months when it comes out? Because I would be happy to run that for you guys. I really enjoyed having you all.
Well, I'll have to do my schedule, it looks like, because I might be going off for more training now.
As long as I'm invited back, I'm always happy to play.
This is the invitation. This is me inviting you.
Yeah.
I don't think I would play Flower Petal.
Well, it's going to be a complete level 1 mega adventure. You're going to be level 1 for three chapters, basically, on Abalon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, it's really geared towards new people, and I really want you guys back because I will be introducing a new player to Pathfinder 2nd Edition for his 3rd year anniversary.
Ooh. Is it a Pathfinder or Starfinder?
It
Not
is
familiar with the title.
It's a Starfinder because Abalon is going to be the Anasite city of striving.
Okay. Very cool.
So I have one maybe not because of going away to training and whatnot. I have 2 yeses. How about you, Phoebe? Are you interested?
Maybe. I'd have to see how my schedule stuff works out because my one GM for my one game that's on hiatus right now is finally being able to move, so I don't know what days that's gonna be set up on.
Understood. Okay, so 2 out of 4 ain't bad. That means I did at least a decent job at the adventure.
I would if I just had to know if it's going to be on a Monday or a Wednesday or Friday again.
Well, you let me know your schedule when you know it, and I will work around it, because he can do any night except Monday night. That's the only reason he didn't play with us this time, is because the date that 9 people chose that only 2 people showed up for was the day he couldn't do it. Funny how things work out like that. Any closing remarks for the Starfinder team? Because I really like what I've been seeing in the Galaxy Guide and everything else. I like it. I like where it's going.
I do too. I think that my interpretation of strangulation is correct, though, which would have dramatically changed the last couple of actions that I did.
Okay.
But I'm excited to see what what it shows up as in like the final product, because I chose it because I wanted to do a Sith Lordy thing. And I think that that's cool that they included it.
Any other lasting impressions? Final words?
I love you guys. I love the Starfinder team.
Aww.
I'm gonna bully the heck out of you in my streams.
Aww. What are you going to tell
Yeah.
Jenny? Is the writing good? Is it solid, or is she pulling on too many sci-fi tropes? Like Empire's Devoured, I felt was really good continuation of the story seeds they had in the Drift Crisis. Personally,
Oh, I fuck with the the super sci-fi goober like stuff with the funny names, all the cool references. I that's my favorite part so far is me day one opening the Starfinder 2e playtest, being like, "You got the 360 no scope, let's fucking go." That's my favorite type of shit. I love the wacky stuff. I love the fun references. I love all that jazz. Like when the Inventor and the Gunslinger were first released in Pathfinder 2e, the first things I really noticed were the references and some of the stuff, like the one Inventor feat level 1. No, I created you! Exclamation point. I'm like, I love that. It's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna pick it, but I love that as a thing.
okay.
So just more fun things. Also, Jenny, put mechs in. I know you're like in charge of it now. Give me the mechs. I know you want the mechs too. Give me the mechs.
The mechs were really good in first edition.
It's all about the mechs, baby.
I'm going to be putting them in the Horizons of the Vast game because my players specifically asked for them, and I'm converting them to 2e. I've already converted a lot of one-shots and stuff to 2e.
Yeah, to the Starfinder team, I definitely anticipate that Starfinder 2nd Edition will probably be my game of choice once it comes out. I'm super digging how it's like filled with memes and tropes and stuff.
There's a goddess of memes, actually, in the infosphere.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, it's definitely something built out of a very unique type of love, and it's one that I share, and I'm excited to be able to play a game that is kind of silly, but also in the trope, or I like sci-fi more than I like fantasy, just like as a general rule. So I'm excited to play the 2nd edition rules in a sci-fi world.
Okay. I personally want to see a lot more sci-fi items because I feel like Magitech does take center stage. It feels like Magitech items are more plentiful, and we're relying too much on Pathfinder 2nd Edition magic items. So hopefully, with the DM's guide and the player core and the Master's guide, we see like more Starfinder items get pulled over from what they were before.
1E
I'm
had
just
a lot
hoping-
going with it.
Yes, it
I'm
did.
just hoping that once we get tech core, we get flesh core, because I want my evolutionist and biohacker back.
Evolutionist and Biohacker, those were two of the things I wanted to see. Thank you. Plus Vanguard. Vanguard was a good one.
I didn't exist long enough to know what Vanguard or Nanosay was.
We knew a Vanguard.
Vanguard was wild.
He clapped in an area and did acid damage. It was fantastic. Plus, he went invulnerable as his level 20 ability. He was just invulnerable for 3 rounds.
There's some wild stuff. I think what the Starfinder definitely needs, like you said, the tech elements stuff.
Yes.
But they also just need to lead, I think, into just there's a lot of what's the word? Just have it feel more spacey, like get more of those environmental rules, right? Like you could work with things a little bit like differently. Like I know they have low gravity, high gravity, but like really fleshing
Untethered.
that out.
Yeah.
Yep. Where people, it's like, okay, I'm going to move this way 15 feet. Okay, well, next round, you need to do an action
Yeah.
to halt yourself, or you're going to continue going 15 feet.
We have that in one of the playtests, one of the earlier ones, where you find a derelict ship. That is there. We just didn't have that in the high level one.
Yeah, it's because that's all pretty cool over space stuff, but then again, it runs into like, oh, I'm just gonna open his mask.
All right, so you want to see a step away from the fantasy genre games, the regular like planet side all the time things. You want, like derelict.
Planet side's fun, right? But like you're also in space, and I feel like they could do a lot with like actually putting your environmental protections and giving you a time, like like cool. How long? Like a day per level, right, or something like that.
Right.
Like
What
actually
about
having.
If I can nerd out on something that has been going through my mind about Starfinder, so in the scope of sci-fi, most sci-fi that you see is episodic.
Yes.
Like Star Wars is really the only one that is like full-blown movies, which I would attribute to being the same as adventure paths. I was going to record this until I lost all motivation because of geopolitical issues. But I really think Starfinder could benefit from having single level adventures.
I agree.
And having multiple levels where people can choose, like, what is their first level adventure? What is their second level adventure? Self-contained.
I'm going to tell you exactly what they'll say. Oh, we already do that. It's called the Starfinder Society.
No. Not Starfinder Society. What
I know.
Starfinder Society does is a step in the right direction. I'm talking about by the time you complete this one single adventure, you'll have done one full level. Whereas Starfinder Society is little micro ones. You have to do like 3 or 4, I think it is, to fully level up. I'm saying one full level worth of adventure, and then you pick up the next book for level 2, depending on what you do. If they released like 3 different adventures all at a different level, that would be like so many avenues of choice for players to be able to take their game.
Okay.
In which case I would at the same time suggest that they take a book out of some of the more famous sci-fi settings, being like Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Where you have much more fully developed individual spaces. So you have returning characters.
Revan. Kreia.
Yes. Well, not just like Revan. I'm talking about NPCs. When they make the Lost Omen books, they come up with like all of these really great NPCs.
Yeah.
And you never see them because they're being made as GM toolkits.
Yeah.
Rather, what I'm saying is come up with like a book of established NPCs.
An NPC core?
Yeah, not just NPC core, but like character core, where there is going to be an established character. Sort of. Let me finish. So like consider an NPC named like Grandma Gamma, for example. And she is a ornery like repair shop person in a backwater planet. There is going to be a core book that has like all of these established NPCs with like rich back histories, but you're going to continue to interact with them over the course of like any of these different adventures. that you choose. So they're not just like one-off characters like you see with a lot of society scenarios or even adventure paths. These are going to be people that you're going to interact with all the time in different avenues.
Okay.
So NPC core is just like, here is a type of character. I'm saying here is a character. Someone who a GM is going to be able to invest backstory, voice work or moods, ways that they interpret this character. And it's going to be something that, because this character appears so often throughout the whole duration of any number of Starfinder single chapter shots that you go into, they're not just one and done, make a silly voice. This is the GM essentially being able to create their own PC, but handles like an
I
NPC.
hate that. I do not like that idea. No.
I like it.
I don't agree. Iron.
Yes.
Same question.
What was the question?
It has to do with what you want to see from the Starfinder team.
Ooh. That's a hard one because I feel like I haven't had enough exposure to what exists to know what I want that doesn't already exist. There are a lot of options, and that's kind of the thing that I love the most about Starfinder, is that there's so many good choices that could be made. So I can't think of anything in particular that I'd want to see because I haven't really exhausted all my current options yet.
Okay. So Bramble will do his hot take to end things on. Bring back radiation.
There's so many cool hazardous environments that they would be able to bring. Radiation would be like one really cool one, but I don't know, noxious atmospheres, planets that are entirely frigid or entirely way too hot, sandy.
Yep,
They
can go so far with planets.
Yeah, the problem that I feel with radiation, if they need it to find a way where, so if you look up aquatic combat in 2E, right? You could see that it's not just like, it changes a little bit of the rules of things, right? Resistance to fire acid, you're off guard unless you have a swim speed. Like it's a little bit different, and there's also interactions between stuff with different traits, right? I feel that with radiation, they should be able to do. They should do something different with how the levels of radiation, instead of it just being one of those like, oh, hour 1 fort save. All right, everyone, you're now drained 1. All right, nothing changed except you're drained 1. You know, because then it's just like, it's a tax versus we're in a radiation induced environment, you know.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say what those rules should be, but I feel like, oh, we're in a low radiation environment, you know. It's like, okay, cool. Well, we know we're going to have these penalties, but also these spells are going to have higher effect because we're maybe in a radiation environment. So it's like, this thing has a radiation tag, which means we get a degree of success higher because we're using it, even though we have a penalty for other things.
Oh, I would slap for that. That is cool.
Like kind of like Kiss Curse, but it's, you know, but then it's like high radiation, you're really taking penalties.
Yes.
But other things might be radiation resistant. It's just like, they just can't have it be like, just like, you know, attacks. If it's just attacks, then everyone's like, radiation sucks. All right. Because that was the same thing that happened with you, Bramble, if you remember. Oh, look, negative levels.
Yep, negative levels were the worst thing that ever happened in my Starfinder experience. I'm glad they changed that. And that
came from radiation.
I thought it came from the giants. The shadow giants.
It did. That was the one that you remember, but when you guys were on Eox, it was always, you always kept getting negative levels from the radiation.
I don't remember being on EOX.
You guys definitely were for a little bit. It's very short.
Oh, that was the one shot. That was the one shot. We were like level 1 characters.
No. It was. You guys were on EOX for, I think, one. A little bit.
I think you confused me with Bepper's group, with Johnny Hot Pants. Or Johnny Black
Maybe.
Jeans.
Well, they just hated radiation
I can imagine
because it was like attacks.
Yep,
Because all it was
undead.
like.
Alrighty, guys, last chance. Anything. Hit
A
me.
lot more weird, freaky shit.
Okay.
Like, we already have Astrozone. That's rad. That's my favorite thing ever. Astrozone's peak. But I want more like alien stuff because like I love Pathfinder a lot, but a lot of stuff is like that's a dude. Yeah, that's a dude. And then you go to Starfinder, like that's a walrus. That's a fucked up creature.
Yeah.
That's a dog with a gun.
Yeah, Vlaka.
That's a brain. I want more weird shit. Like I already has weird stuff in it, but I want even more weird stuff.
So you want biblically accurate angel kind of aliens.
Yeah, I want some because like some aliens are like, yeah, that's a dude. You know, I expect that. But like, if every alien just ends up being like, that's a guy. That's David. Hi, David. But if like that's David, but he's also like a 2-headed giraffe freak with tentacles, I'd be like, oh, fuck David.
Yeah, I mean, the benefit that the Starfinder team has is that they're not limited by a makeup budget.
Mm-hmm.
So go hog wild.
And I was like, any freaky classes? Because like Biohacker and Evolution had some weird stuff that they could do, but like if you do a 2 version, I want you to go even farther with the weird stuff. Because like a lot of sci-fi is like, yeah, there's a lot of like transhumanist like body modding and all these other weird stuff you can do that's already like in the rules, kind of with like the augmentations. But like,
yeah,
if you want to do like class stuffs for like a whole class spouts and stuff like that, make it. I want to get turbo freaky.
Oh my god.
Like, it's like the option is there to get extra strange, extra weird, extra out there because of like the decades and decades of like sci-fi weird stuff out there.
All right. Anyone else? Closing thoughts. Say it now.
Good job, Thurston. Good job, Dustin. Good job, Jenny. And I'm sure I'm forgetting other important people, but you guys are doing great.
Mark.
Oh, that reminds me. Good job, Kate. Thank you very much, Kate, in customer service. You really came through, not only for the Humble Bundle, but for the rest of us that were waiting on things for Shades of Blood. Thank you very much, Kate. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for a wonderful playthrough. I really enjoyed having all of you. Loved the characters. Maybe we'll see them again. Maybe we won't. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us and running it.